Yep.
All right. Hi, everybody. Here we are with another yoga session. So today, short 30 minutes, but this is the week where we spread forward with the clock. So we're going to do a spring equinox yoga. My music's a bit too loud here. So spring equinox. Now, interesting enough, I want you to just come and stand. Most of us just did a nice cardio workout. Stand and kind of rock and roll on your feet. And then I'll tell us about our next 30 minutes. But then I want you to find a nice, solid grounding. Feel all four corners of your feet connected to the ground, connected to the earth. Then roll your shoulders back and down and bring your arms down by your side. So in Sanskrit, this is Tadasana or mountain pose. You want to be strong like a mountain. So back to our practice tonight. Kind of created it with the spring equinox in mind. Now, many yogis say that we need to do, for that spring equinox, 108 sun salutations to move it over. That would be like a 90-minute practice, so we're not doing that. But we are going to do some sun salutations tonight. And we're going to also work on our warrior 3, and I'll get to that when we get there. So find your balance, close your eyes, soften your breath. And think about a mantra for spring, like you're creating balance in your life. I'm balanced on both sides of my body. I'm balanced mentally. I'm balanced physically. I'm strong and I'm balanced. Let's take a nice inhale up, take both arms up to the ceiling. Join your palms, join your thumbs. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. All the way up. Exhale and bring it down. So stepping to the top of your mat, take a nice big inhale all the way up. Exhale, do a swan dive all the way down. Bring your nose towards your knee. Inhale to a flat back. So nice flat back. Exhale and fold. Step your left foot back. Step your right foot back into a plank. Press yourself back into a downward facing dog. Take a nice big inhale, come back to that plank. Up onto your toes. Keep the elbows by your side, bend all the way down to the ground. Baby little back bend, baby cobra. Lift it up, bring it down. Curl your toes, press yourself back up to plank. Back up to down dog. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Take a nice big inhale all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Beautiful. Find your breath. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Step or jump to a plank. Press the floor away. Squeeze everything nice and tight. Hips back, chest to the thighs, downward facing dog. Inhale back to a plank. Exhale all the way down to the ground. Uncurl your toes, baby cobra. Exhale, bring your hand back down to the earth. Curl your toes, press yourself up to plank. Exhale to down dog. Step or jump to the top of your mat. Swan dive all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. One more time. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Step or jump to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tailbone to the sky, chest to your thighs. Inhale to your plank. Now exhale all the way down or scoop yourself up to an upward facing dog. Curl the toes. Back up to your plank. Down dog. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Swan dive all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Bring your hands down by your heart. Bring your hands down by your side. Find your breath. Few more breaths here. We're going to step the left foot back into a warrior one. So it's kind of like heel to heel. I ride my heels up first, and then I step back. Now, in warrior one, we want our chest forward, our hips forward, knee forward. Right, so we want to have that knee stacked over the front foot. Lift your arms towards the sky. Sink into your warrior. Nice, strong. We're going to lift up. And as we straighten that front leg, squeeze into cactus arms. Exhale, arms to the sky, knee to the ground. Inhale it up. Down we go. And up. A few more. Squeeze it up. Widen your breath. Inhale up. Exhale and squeeze. Last one. Inhale it. Exhale and squeeze. On down. All right, we're going to pick up the back foot. Now, we're going to transition to a warrior three. So continue to breathe there while I tell you about that transition. Okay, so this is where you're creating balance in your life. We throw a warrior three in our spring equinox because in that shape that we're going to try to achieve, that's when the sun and the moon becomes balanced. So that's night and day, we find the balance. So hinge forward at the hips. Come tall on that front leg. Now you can grab your handy dandy block and put your hand down on it. And you can either twist, woo, bring your arms behind you, or they come forward nice and strong. I am balanced. I am night and day balanced. Take one more big breath. And you're gonna cartwheel to warrior two. So the back leg comes back down, front leg bends. So your chest and your hips are towards the front, long side of your mat, and your gaze is towards the front. Take a nice big inhale, straighten both legs, arms to the sky. Exhale and sink. Inhale and rise. Exhale and sink. One more time. Inhale and rise. Exhale and sink. So you're gonna rise, and then you're going to pivot your feet towards the other side and step to the other side of your mat. Now you might have to turn around to see me if you want to have little glances. We're gonna start right from the top. So find your mountain pose, arms by your side. Maybe you're wiggling your feet to find that balance. And then find that all four corners of your feet are equally spread out. Pick up your toes, wiggle them. You don't want your toes holding onto the world. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale it out. Take a nice big inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms to the side, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time, bring your arms all the way up. Hands to your heart. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, swan dive down. Forward fold. Inhale to a half lift. Exhale and fold. Step or jump back to a plank. Push yourself back to a downward facing dog, tailbone to the sky. Inhale to your plank. Exhale all the way down to the ground. Uncurl your toes, baby cobra. Little baby back bend. Back down to the earth. Curl the toes, press yourself up to plank. Back to the down dog. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Take a nice big swan dive all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Nice big inhale all the way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Step her back to your plank. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale back to the plank, press the floor away. And then chest forward, squeeze all the way down to the ground. Uncurl your toes. Maybe a little bit deeper cobra. Forehead kisses the earth. Curl the toes. Press yourself up to a plank. Back to an end. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Big inhale all the way up. Exhale. Hands to your heart center. One more. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, swan that down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale and fold. Step or jump back to your plank. Press yourself back to a downward facing dog. Big, a nice big inhale forward. Exhale all the way down to the ground. So you can either do a cobra or you can do an upward facing dog. Arms straight, legs off the mat. Bring the knees back down, curl the toes. Press yourself back up to your plank. Back to a down dog. Step or jump to the front of your mat. Swan dive all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Bring your hands to your side. Roll your shoulders down. Soften your eyes. Soften your cheeks. Soften your jaw. Then we're going to step back to warrior one. So step that right foot back, left leg forward. So on the opposite side is what we've just done. Once again, chest forward, hips forward, arms to the sky. Now we're a little warmed up, so maybe we can join the hands and bring the hands up over the head. Big bend in that front knee. Straighten and cactus arms. Stick it down. And rise. Sink. And rise. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Open your chest. We're opening for love. And down. Back up. And one more. Come back to your warrior one. And then we're going to start to pivot forward. As you pivot forward, you're going to come into your warrior three. So arms can be by your side, they can cross your back. They can be forward, so you're into one straight line. I am balanced. My day and night is balanced. My mind and body are balanced. I am fully balanced. One more breath, and then cartwheel back to a warrior two, or flop and fall. And warrior two, chest towards me, hips towards me, arms in line with your shoulders. Take your gaze back to look over your front fingertips. Sink into that knee. Take a nice big inhale, straighten your arms, straighten your legs. Exhale and sink. Hands look, gaze back over your fingertips. Up we rise. Exhale, we sink. One more, inhale all the way up. Exhale and sink. All right, you're going to step to the front of your mat. Take a nice big inhale. And from here, you're going to sit back into a chair. So hands can be up, if that's a little tense for your shoulders. Arms can be forward, or they can be at prayer. Coming all the way up into your feet, expand your hands, give yourself a baby little back bend, and sink back down into your chair. Pick up your toes. You're going to do that again, all the way up. Expand the arms, baby back bend. Come forward, sink back into your chair. One more time, inhale all the way up. Baby back. Sitting into your chair, hands to your heart center this time. Take a few breaths here, can you sink a little deeper? Pick up your toes. And breathe. Two more deep breaths. One more deep breath. You're gonna bring your hands down to the ground, straighten your legs, bring your nose to your knee into a forward fold. Create lots of space into your back. Shake your head no. Remove any tension. Let's turn ourselves into ragdoll. So grab the opposite elbow and rock side to side. Super slow. Get gravity to take your head closer to the ground. And bring the hands back down the ground. You're going to step back into a downward facing dog. So roll those, spread the fingers, roll those shoulders back and down. And go for a little walk. Nice slow walk. And then press both heels down the ground. Take your chest towards your thighs. Really get the tailbone up towards the sky. Biceps are by your ears. Stay here for a few breaths. And then let's drop down onto our knees and uncurl our toes. Walking your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Let's take our gaze to look over behind us to see if we can see our right toe. And come back to center. Can you take your gaze the other way? See those left toes. And keeping your hands stacked underneath your shoulders. Let's just do a few cat-cows. So take an inhale, drop your belly, bring your chest forward, take your tailbone long, gaze to the sky. Press the ground away. Exhale, round your back, round your pelvis. So just find your own breath. I'm going to be quiet for a moment so you can find your breath. And just do a few rounds of cat and cow. But really feel the shape. Wherever you are, do one more round. And then we'll meet in the flat back. We're going to move into a runner's lunge. So let's take the left foot, bring it forward. So my knee is stacked over top of my hip. And then I'm going to, you can keep the toe, the knee down if that feels okay for you. Otherwise, curl the back toes and come up into a runner's lunge. So you keep the hands down at the ground, or you can keep your arms up towards the sky. Whatever feels good for you, but you're a runner, so it's like you're going to take off. Nice big stretch for the glute, stretch the calf, press to that back heel. As we're getting to run, we run through life. Sometimes we run a bit too fast, so it's nice to settle, to sink in, capture that inner wisdom. I'm going to bring the hands to the floor, step back to a down dog. Tailbone to the sky, chest towards your thighs. And we'll just hold it here for 5 nice long breaths. Find the quiet. Find stillness in your body. Stillness in your mind. One more breath. And we're going to step the right foot through. You might have to, you can always pick that foot up too. There's nothing to say again. Now you can drop that back knee, or you can leave it up. Come into that runner's lunge. So get ready to take off. Press through that back heel. Sink into that quad. And breathe. More breaths, continuing to sink down, to press into that back calf, back heel, press it back. One more breath, and we're going to press ourselves back to a downward facing dog. Last one. Press that chest towards your thighs, roll those shoulders down your back. Few deep breaths here. We're going to drop down onto our knees. You're going to uncurl your toes and you're going to bring yourself right down to your belly, however way you want to get there. We're going to take the left leg, left arm nice and long into a T. Right arm is going to stay bent by our shoulder. And then we're going to start to roll over towards that long left arm for a little shoulder stretch. So that leg can either stay on the ground or it can come right behind you. Cheek can come down the ground. Now be respectful of how deep you go. Want a nice shoulder stretch. But we don't want out pain. We want moaning stretch, like, oh, that feels good. On your next breath, let's roll nice and slowly out of that. Bring both arms alongside your body with your palms up and your forehead, your right cheek towards the ground. Let your shoulders roll away like a waterfall. And then we'll bring the right arm flat in line like a T. Palm down. The left hand's going to come underneath our shoulder. We're going to roll over. Give that right shoulder a nice stretch. A little bit of love for the shoulder. Couple more breaths. And then slowly we'll roll back onto our tummy. Bring both arms alongside your body with the palms up. And this time, your right cheek is down to the ground. Roll those shoulders to kiss the earth. Let them expand, let them fall. And drag your hands up to stack underneath your shoulders, and you're going to press yourself back into a wide-legged child's pose. So take the knees out nice and wide. Bring the toes to touch if they can. Walk your hands back towards your body to sink your glutes down. Drop your forehead, then walk your hands back down. Now your arms can be stretched, or if you like to join your hands together and bring them to the back of your neck, you can open and let your weight of your body take your chest and your heart down to the ground. And then let everything soften, let everything melt, let everything go.
Trust that you can get heavier and heavier and heavier. Couple more breaths, so take the advantage of these last moments, quiet and sink deeper and more fully solid. Then on your next inhale, we're going to come back up. Bring those knees in line. You're going to find a place just to sit, whichever way you like. You can be sitting onto your knees, onto your ankles. That's good. Let's take a nice big inhale. Bring our hands up towards the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart center. And I want to thank each and every one of you for sharing your unbalanced energy at the beginning of our class. And hopefully we found some balance together. The divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste. And until we meet again.